Hello, welcome to episode 7 of Out of the Park Perfect Draft Dynasty. Um, so this is what, the 7th? Yeah, the 7th. Just to kind of go through how things have been going. I've gotten the hang of this a little bit. I believe this is the one I got into the last tournament. I'm pretty sure it was this one where I was coming off a couple of wins, and it also could have been this one too. I don't remember off the top of my head. I should have looked. I didn't look, but I've had some stretches. Like these are all the like the traditional tournaments that I'm just terrible at, and I have a ton of cards, and I should be better, but I'm not. So I got to kind of learn that. But in terms of the perfect draft tournaments, like they've been going pretty well. Unfortunately, this was an 8-person tournament, and you don't get anything for finishing second. So, but I've got 4 wins in my last 10 tournaments. So I'll take that. So let's see, which one should I get in at this point? I mean, it's a Saturday coming up on afternoon, so tournaments might be slow. I guess I'll do a 10K. I'll be busy for the afternoon, so doing these, may not get to do one for a while, so I'll just let one sit. So I'll do a 10K, and we'll see what we get. Now, I did actually get a comment. Somebody watched this and said that I'm basically a rating snob, which is true. And I mean, when by that, means that I gravitate towards the higher overall ratings and don't find the minutia, like the little things that make players better. I think that's kind of true. It it's probably more than kind of true, but it's like it's not unilaterally true. This Nagy looks all right with the high movement. Looks pretty good for pitcher. Ted Lyons, not as great. Yeah, the control is amazing, but 2 below average pitches that I'm not a fan of. So anyway, I may try and take this video to try and draft more fit players than anything else. Ryne Sandberg is a very good card. I'm trying to get to that in the game. I think I'm at the diamond mission. I think that's like the last thing I have to go before I can unlock the 100. I did unlock the 100 Jimmy Rollins. I wish this Chase Utley was better. I really do. Because Chase Utley, Jimmy Rollins, my 2 favorite ball players of all time. I think it's clear I'm a Phillies fan. And that Sandberg just crushes that Utley. Like that, I feel like that Utley doesn't get the kind of love it should. This is leaning towards Sandberg, which I guess makes sense because second base seems to be the worst position in the game. And Sandberg is probably the best second baseman in the game. So if you can get the best player at a position or your best card at the weakest position in the game, I mean, there are a lot of second basemen I really like. There's a collection of 89 second basemen I like Johnny Evers, Danny Murphy, George. Is it Cutshaw? I think it's Cutshaw. Like it's Earnshaw. It's Cutshaw. I like all of those guys. This Devlin card is really good too. That's a really good card. I will go with the Sandberg. I don't think I've used the Sandberg yet, so we'll go with that. Hopefully these next couple rounds go by pretty quickly. Billy Wagner, Miguel Tejada, Bobby Witt. That Tejada is really nice. Just doesn't run. That's the only thing. I have Bobby Witt on my perfect team. I really do like the Bobby Witt. I would take the Tejada over the Bobby Witt just as a more complete hitter. Billy Wagner, interesting. 3 elite pitches. great movement, would be a great shutdown guy, of course. But uh boy, I think I might go with the Wagner. I don't know. Like, this is the first, like, what do you do situation. Um, but I haven't used the Wagner yet. Obviously, I'm not looking at the 91s. I mean, you get a chance between two 99s that it kind of forces your hand. I'm going to take the Wagner. I would imagine more would um take the Tejada because somebody's going to play more. But I mean, Wagner is an incredible closer. That's probably I'm just going to take that tack and we'll see what happens. Ripper Collins, uh, excellent power hitter, just can't run a lick, which kind of is not how I like to build teams. I don't want to take two relievers in diamond rounds. That's a bit of a push for me. So if I get a pitcher, like a starter, although Russ Ford, I'm not a huge fan. Jay Buhner, wish I had the drop, the Frank Costanza drop. I should. This Buhner is pretty good. Also, another guy who can't run, but excellent power. Uh, boy, let's look at the DePino just because. Again, uh, excellent ratings, but in this case, it is the Collins or the Buhner. Um, and that's kind of a tough call. It's first base against right field, which would lean toward the first baseman. Collins is a better overall hitter. The avoid Ks is pretty big. Neither can run. The power is similar, very similar. Buhner's got a better eye. And then defensively, um, I feel like this is one. I mean, Buhner's range isn't great, but everything else is. So I haven't used the Buhner. I'll take the Buhner. I can there we go. Haven't used it. We'll give it a try. I mean, and maybe having a better contact hitter is key there, but I haven't used it, so I'm gonna go for it. Uh okay, so at this stage, Bob Brenly isn't much of a defender. I want a defender there. I mean, I think that's pretty clear across the board. Cliff Floyd, excellent hitter, not a great defender. He's somebody who could be a DH if I get pressed. I'll take the Cliff Floyd. I think the Granderson, again, I know I'm looking at 89s already. The Granderson, that's a good one. The defense is okay, not great. Michael Fires, extreme fly ball. The ratings overall pretty good. Just you get the extreme fly ball with all that. It kind of pales in comparison. Alex Cobb, the movement isn't quite there, but everything else is. So that's a possibility, though. I would want to get better starters overall. Chapman, of course, excellent, but poor control and underwhelming movement. The Mountcastle, that is not a great card for a rookie of the month. Just you're buying for power and contact and not much else. Okay, so I'm going to stick with the Floyd. I've already got a second baseman. Bobby Abreu, this one is underwhelming, especially on defense. So that's kind of hard to take, especially if Floyd ends up being my DH. I guess I'll take the Cobb. I go for the ground ball. I always like to take ground ball pitchers. It's just sort of my thing. Um, Carl Hubble is definitely a guy that I want to grab here. So Hubble will be a pick. That's for sure. After that, I mean, there's Edwin Diaz, there's Taylor Rogers. There's, I don't know why this is whatever. It's, oh, I see why. Go ahead and make this Full screen. There we go. Okay, so I've got Edwin Diaz, Charlie Blackmon's there, Carlos Carrasco. Yeah, Carrasco is not bad. The movement's underwhelming. I'm coming up. I'm under 11 minutes. I'm doing all right. The Votto is decent. The defense is okay. The error is really the thing. Like that's really the thing there that I like. I can be talked into Votto at first base. Looking at Rogers quickly, that's a good card too when he's a lefty. Which makes it a bonus. But this is where, I mean, the power on Votto and the eye really does negate that avoid strikeouts. I think the eye being so overpowered like that, um, that is a really good card. But I really like Taylor Rogers. I actually, Edwin Diaz is good. I mean, having two amazing pitches like that, that's obviously a big thing. I'm gonna go with the Taylor Rogers. Oh, Vin Campbell's here. Oh, that might change things. No, it's not. I it would be a DH situation. I love the Vin Campbell card, but just a combination of contact power and speed. But no, I'm gonna take two pitchers this round. Um, Passing up on the Votto. So already not going with the nines, as it were. Ron Hansen, this is a card I've not used. Again, somebody who can't run. The defense is amazing. The hit tool is not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Champ Summers is another guy who ends up kind of being a DH. Like out of Floyd and Summers, one of those would be a DH. So I will go for Hansen, lean into the defense. Greg Myers doesn't offer the defense that I would want. Let's take a look. Thornton Lee. Another fly ball pitcher. My outfield defense is not looking particularly good. Josh Fields, an extreme fly ball. Again, I'm gonna want to stay away from that. Mickey Tettleton, average defense. I mean, slightly above average, I should say. It's okay. Tony Colangaro. That's another likely DH card. With doubling down on one position with Floyd, that's not ideal. Boy, I got all fly ball pitchers this round, which is really just sort of sticking it to me, isn't it? This Jakey May guy I've never heard of. I do like these historical cards. This guy's, especially for guys I've never heard of. I was a huge baseball history fan when I was a little kid. Like the baseball encyclopedia was what I read first. Like I was a big reader when I was a kid, but like that baseball encyclopedia, I read it front to back. Was just a phenomenal book. Boy, this is a tough. I think I might go with this Fred Green. It's a two pitch guy, but it's a lefty with above average everything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. And so I've got to get some starters, which is gonna be a rough one. I wasn't totally into this certainly. It's good. I know I probably won't get better, but if I can get something similar with ground ball, I'll do it given my up the middle defense. Saul White. Yeah, I'll do Saul White because I could put him at third base. I could put him in right field. Just to do everything guy. I will get Saul White. I do like getting guys like that. Walter Kennedy. This is another one where he would be backing up my guy, Hansen and Sandberg. So I'm not going to go down that road. So let's see. Can I pull a pitcher? As I look at Earl Sheely. Will Smith. I'm loading up on just on only lefties right now, but that's okay. Yeah, Will Smith does look very possible. Claudette Washington would be a DH. I'm really striking out on outfielders. Really striking out on outfielders. Lynn Brenton, extreme ground ball, great movement. Oh, you're speaking my language, man. All right. I'm going to take Lynn Brenton over Will Smith. I still need starters. And as good as Will Smith is, um, I do need starters. So we'll get that. As I'm down to 6 minutes. Okay. So hopefully I could pick some stuff up here quickly. I need a catcher. I need a first and third baseman. I need a center fielder and hopefully a better left fielder. And I need more pitching, of course. So extreme fly ball. BJ Surhoff, not great on defense, but at this stage, I mean, the arm is better. So I'll take Surhoff. And then is this a Jordan Hicks situation? Extreme ground ball, the movement's there. That's a candidate. Joe Nunnally, center field. Let's see if I can do better. Jim O'Toole. Is this my last starting pitcher? I guess it kind of has to be, doesn't it? If nothing else, it could be a bullpen guy too. Okay. I'll go with it. Let me just look at this Edwards again quickly because oh yeah, the extreme fly ball. Like good, but the control is also not there. Okay. We'll do that next round. Paul Kilgus, that may be a thing. Larry Gardner, I'm going to take him to be my third baseman. You have the excellent defense. The bat is okay. Not going to strike out that much. Jazz Chisholm, don't need him because I already have a shortstop. Dylan Cease, great stuff. Not great everything else. Paul Kilgus, that is a go-to for me in general. What's Bill Brutton? Not great defense. Daryl Boston. I don't remember. I just looked at Daryl Boston. Great everything except defense. Not great everything. Great runner. Decent hitter. Oh my gosh. Usop Choi. Meh. This is not looking promising as a winning team. Boy, my defense in the outfield is going to be terrible. I'm going to take Daryl Boston and lean into the speed a little bit. I could also go with Kilgus, fly ball pitcher, but good everything. The problem then is I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to outfielders. But this Boston card could be a DH too. So it's like, I'm going to go with Kilgus. I'm just going to lean in the good pitchers, like lean in the strengths. If I can find a defensive outfielder, then I'll run with it. Deacon McGuire, not a terrible backup, not great defensively. Everything else is okay. Zip Collins doesn't run that fast. Always Zip. Mike Jacobs as a first baseman. I'm going to have terrible defense at first base. Not taking that Votto is really rearing its ugly head right now. As I'm under 3 minutes, so I've really got to pick it up. Justin Wilson in a pinch. Yeah, I'll grab him. Puts me at 9 pitchers. Although this Lacey, I know it's a 69, but extreme ground ball. Yeah, okay. I'm not really liking the hitter options. This puts me at 10 pitchers, so I've really got to hope that there are better hitters coming up. McCutcheon. Oh God, that's what it's coming to. Pavin Smith, that's a fine card, especially defensively, just ratings wise. You know, you get all greens and a blue at this stage. Kind of got to go with it. I do need backups as well. So if I can get one of those, like Eduardo Nunez, the speed, The speed alone makes me want to get him. What's this? No. Oh God, no. That's a DH as a backup catcher. That's terrible. Al Heist. Uh, it's not terrible defensively. Hmm. Do I take a I gotta take a starting center fielder. Like I'm kind of back to no corner on that. I need to take a starting center fielder. Oh, not Nunez, Heist. Um, just quickly, I mean, yeah, yeah, it's a better overall card than McCutcheon, I think. Just like the defense, I really have to lean into the defense there. If Farmer can play, Cam Gallagher, can he? Okay, I'm just taking him set on scene. I gotta start picking guys a little. Like I'm down around a minute. This is taking longer than I had hoped. Jake Cronenworth, he could play a bunch of stuff. Kind of tops out second base where he'd be needed the least. Um, let's look at this guy quickly. Decent hitter. Look at Bill Barrett. I'll go with Barrett. I'll go with Barrett, a backup outfielder who can run and do all those things. And now I've got to hustle it up. So Andy Rincon, like this is really, and honestly, yeah, I'm gonna take this guy for the ground ball pitcher. Turris, not great. Matt Beatty, it's fine. Brian Goodwin, I do like Brian Goodwin. I know that card. I will take that card. Jared Dyson, maybe a guy just for the running. Yeah, and he can play center field defense. Okay, I'm on. I got 12 seconds left. I got 4 cards taken. I have a pitcher, so I have an 11th pitcher. That's fine. I don't have backup infielders, but and this is a good backup defensive outfielder with a decent stick. The Jason Martin, just looking at really quick. Yeah, I'll go with the other guy. I'll go with Williams. So, okay. So I'm set. I'm just gonna go with that. I'm gonna be lean in the infield. I know that. Um, so this is what the team looks like. Go to 4-man rotation. I have a ton of lefties in the bullpen. Drafts where I've had nobody. That's an interesting. That's an interesting one. Okay, I'm gonna go with 2 stoppers, and then everybody else will be middle relief. And I'll use Fred Green more often, and I'll keep Andy Rincon in long relief. And then looking at my lineup, Saul White leading me off, Cliff Floyd. And this is one where Saul White is the DH and Floyd is in left field. I might have to look at that. I guess Buhner in right field. That's good. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. I guess I forgot I took Buhner. Surhoff batting fifth. That's okay. Ron Hansen, decent bat. Like these guys are decent hitters, but I mean they're not great, obviously. Um, okay. Well, I guess I'll do all of my strategy stuff off camera. Making these guys run a little faster or run more aggressively, I should say. Um, look at the pitching ratings. I'm not going to have anybody pitching around this tournament, so overall, I don't think this is a winner. I'm not sure we can even get out of the first round with it, but who knows? I've won with worse teams, I think. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed and talk to you in the next one.